wanted to use this water without it dropping, but then I need to open the plastic more so that I didn't, tip it over by accident. Let me set this one down and show that I am diligent with the second one. So I'm going in. This one comes out without any accident. Okay, the plastic is doing that, but it's also myself. I didn't cut the plastic around the water. I took the water out through the plastic. The plastic keeps the water clean. The water bottles have not been touched inside of the plastic, and I want it that way. When I take it out of the plastic, it's just me touching it as dew. I put it in the fridge, it's just me touching it as dew. And they're also not dusty. This hasn't been dried by a towel. I'm not sure if it matters because you need a clean towel. I don't have a clean towel to dry that. I'm the overlord and I'm making some errors here because I am myself. My soul does not afford it. My soul died outside homeless as if it had never been born because it didn't succeed in its motion and it was already there. That means I have two motions on this Godhead and they are both deceased at this time. The SX, which is myself, I am deceased at this time, and the soul of the superior founder is none higher than he, deceased at this time. That means he killed himself by accident. That means none higher than me is deceased by accident, of, caused by, created by, being created by, none higher than he, deceased. That means it was due to be elsewheres from the soul's point of view, and it was really consumed by the soul minimally because I can't find the money. I don't have the money that you're looking for, that I am going to bless you in the afterlife. In what way? With what? I just don't have the money. It's true that she wanted the money now. I have tap water. I'm using bottled water as the same as if I was camping and I needed potable water. Yes, I have been camping. I went camping in northern Wisconsin, Eagle River area of northern Wisconsin. The camp that I was at as a camper had camping overnights is what they're called. And I would go every year, twice in the summer, 2 different overnights each summer. Okay, I'm gonna boil this water. I'm setting it at high 987. Now it needs a lid. The lid is not exactly the way I want it, but that'll be enough. Tonight I'm going to be, a little humor there. This is the soup mix I selected, but I might select another one. We'll see how this goes because I haven't been cooking for myself over the years because I've been in a home invasion through the front door, and I know who you are, but you don't say you know who I am. That's what's wrong with that. Ooh, yes, you tell me what's wrong with me. Tell me what you heard me say. You tell me what you heard me say. You tell me what you heard me say. You tell me what you heard me say. And you're not the creator of myself who is creating myself speaking. That means what you heard me say was due in prison because you're not myself speaking. I am the creator of myself is now speaking, and the creation of myself elsewhere was the soul of the superior founder speaking deceased. That means he is the soul to himself, but here I am come to myself deceased as none higher than he deceased. That means if I was in heaven, I'd be deceased in heaven, and I am right here is deceased right here. So that's the lower order being deceased by an upper order, and it is deceased. That means not only did the upper order decease, but it also deceased the creation of itself, and it had every reason to do that, every very good reason to do that. I just don't know how to tell you that I'm not yourself is of the essence. Time is of the essence. I am not yourself. I have a light tooth sensitivity in my right side of my mouth, and I don't want to eat tonight because I think it might give me a toothache of pain that I can't take until it dies because I don't want any pain at all. I don't want to have pain and have the pain die. I want no pain at all, and that's what's wrong with the package that's outside of the door locking right now. I remembered what I asked for, and I can tell you what I think is in the package. Excuse me. Chocolate bars from Trader Joe's, which are just dark chocolate. I don't have a knife to cut the chocolate into pieces, and it might be too thick to break them. I don't know what the chocolate bars look like. I also asked for peanut butter filled pretzels, but I didn't expect a response because somebody blocked me on the cell phone until I got a response that they are going to place an order for peanut butter pretzels sometime yesterday evening. And then there's also in the order that I asked for. Is that it? Well, we're missing the coconut oil, so I can melt the chocolate bars right here on the stove top. In this pot right here that you just saw me pour water into, I have to clean that pot up after soup, and then I have to melt chocolate with a tablespoon or more, maybe a few tablespoons of coconut oil, and melt the chocolate on the stove top. If it's doing them in the microwave, I don't have a microwave. And then I need to use the peanut butter filled pretzels and dip them in the chocolate and completely coat them in chocolate and then set them down on some type of a tray. Anybody want to use this one for chocolate candy making? I'm going to decline because it's unsanitary, but it's what I've been seeing on the internet, but I don't have any new keys. Like people on the internet, do you just have your own keys? You go in someplace and you decide that you're going to stay. You think that God is inside there for you. Yeah, how do you know that? It's a grand debt, but you don't know who is to consume the debt. Why isn't it just locked up empty? Because I would like that somebody would offer me a key at this time to a new place for me to live with everything new inside. And I would like to decline the key and I would like to lock it up empty. Because that's meaning to see that nobody goes in there but me through the creation of myself and not through my own eyes. Look and listen. You don't have to tell me if I don't take the place, you'll take it. If I want to lock it up empty after you've seen the address, I still want it to be empty, as though that's how I am in there with my presence. Season's greetings. Christmas presents. Christmas presents. Do you feel the presence of God on Christmas? How? Because Jesus is not alive for his own Christmas. You are a plunder of gifts on Christmas and Hanukkah. You're trying to celebrate a holiday without Jesus in alive, and I'm not Jesus. I don't have time for the holiday. I would be the one who's giving the gifts, but I can't afford to give you anything at all. I wouldn't give you anything at all because I need myself deceased. I didn't inform you. I don't have prejudice to feed you anything. Jesus is the one who formed you, and he would be the one who would be thieving myself. And I'm here to say with myself that I am myself, and I can't stop you. I look like this trying to just be here for myself. And I don't get what I need, so maybe you aren't getting what you need that way either, with the very many gifts you've been giving on season's greetings, holidays. I wanted to eat 2 bags of Doritos on the camera because I wanted you to see that I would do that when I'm hungry. I just wanted to show you what it looks like to you and what I feel like to me when I'm hungry. I have the camera on because I turn it on myself, so when I'm hungry, I can turn the camera on and I can show you that I'm hungry and that I eat a bag of Doritos in front of you because that would be calories for my hunger. But I don't have that I can really eat in front of the camera as much as I need to eat for the hunger to be satisfied. Hunger, so that it would be complete and not continue on that hungry feeling signal to eat. That means it would acknowledge that I did eat and it is complete. It's not giving me further signal that I need to eat food, that I'm hungry and I want to eat food now. So I did eat 2 bags of like 1 ounce each, 1 ounce in a bag of Doritos. So about 2 ounces of Doritos is what I ate in the 2 bags. And I'm ready now to add this soup mix in, but I don't have it done yet. So I'm almost done with the Doritos problem. Do you know what to do when I'm hungry? Because when I eat this soup in front of the camera, I only eat just some spoonfuls of soup in front of the camera. Okay, I'm about to make this. I need to show this steam. You can see that it's rolling boil. The lid goes over here. This is not as clean as I want it to be. I need a clean kitchen. This place is not clean. It's too small and it's not clean. Okay. The camera's too close to the boiling water, and I can't afford that I would have any problem with this camera because it's irreplaceable. I can't get another one. I can't ask the one who provided me with this food for another camera because he doesn't agree with me sending him text messages and videos. He doesn't want to see them on his cellular phone personal communication device. So I can't send him videos from a new camera is also true. This camera's from Charles Toe and he's not here. I don't know where he is. And I don't actually want to know. So this is how to get the soup. Okay, I just spilled a little soup on the stove top. I'll pick up what I dropped. I dropped this, which says Nor on it, and then I dropped this noodle. That noodle. I dropped this noodle. Is this the same one? We don't know, right? Nope, this one doesn't want to show the camera. I'll just show it this way. And then there's one more. This one can show the camera. Now I'll go back to this one. Okay, now I can show it. I'm in order and I do that and I threaten deceased. And you've been threatening my motion so hard that you don't have deceased in it, but I do. So this is the soup base, soup mix, okay? That's what I'm gonna put in there. That's what it looks like right now. It's all very clean until it's not, because the pot has been used before. I need a new pot. I need everything new. Every time a delivery comes, I get everything new. I get a new house, I get new cars, I get new money, I get everything new, and you go to jail. You're not a shunt. You illegally arrived and you get everything new. That's what I've been seeing on the internet, so don't get angry because it's paying your internet charges. Yep, all your internet charges and surcharges are illegal alive human being descent into shunt that makes the key and goes in someplace and it occupies everything in there and keeps it so that everybody else can't have it. And then you go and post things on the internet and tell everyone that you're very happy family. That means you have people that tell you not to do that, and you just say yes with yourself to yourself. Well, I'm not going to do that, me. I am deceased. I need to turn the heat down at the same time I'm stirring, and I'm not able to do that. So I'm just going to stir first. I don't want to shake this into the bowl pot because whatever comes off of itself, I'll need to clean that up. And I don't clean up the food. No, I eat it. Okay, I'm going to try 5. Well, I've been watching a lot of food handling on the internet, and I've also heard this before, like somebody going like this and hitting it on the side of a pot or a bowl. I don't want to do that, and it's like inside, because inside is what I would eat. You don't have to save that. I didn't lick it off the spoon or lick it off the spatula. I didn't put it from the spatula directly into my mouth, so I would not tap it on the side of the pot and put it into the pot, unless I'm afraid of making a mess. But that's not the reason I see other people do that. Nope. That's why I don't want to do that. I want to say no with myself to myself that way. Cantor Ron Eicher. He's an illegal alive shunt who locked me out of a house because he was trying to teach me a lesson. And he's on the internet at this time. United Hebrew Congregations, maybe St. Louis, Missouri. Says he used to be from Milwaukee. And I don't remember how many years he was in Milwaukee. It was at least 10 years, but it could have been more. 15 years sounds like a lot. Maybe it's possible he was there for 15 years. Yeah. Joe, I'm not telling him that he's dishonest, but he's an illegal alive shunt who locked me out of a house. He did it as a courtesy to myself that he didn't give me a more severe punishment. Like what? Because it's not alive. What's more severe punishment than locking me out of my own housing? What kind of a clergy is that? He said he's clergy. What kind of clergy is that? Why don't you just give me the house, because I am none higher than he deceased right here. And you're saying you're clergy, and I'm wondering to who? Who are you clergy to? For who? You have to be clergy to somebody and clergy for. the creation of yourself. And I am myself, the top of the Godhead. He just said he's clergy and he locked me out of a house. Who does that? He's still alive. Yes. That was so long ago. Let me try and give it a year. I was in gymnastics at the time he did that. Yeah. So I did gymnastics for about 3 years. But I did more. I did some at Camp Interlaken. I did gymnastics in a gym in Milwaukee for about 3 years. I went to 2 gyms. And it was when I was doing gymnastics in the gym. That's when I met Cantor Eicher. And, did you see? I just did that. Oh, I'm wrong to myself. Yep, I'm wrong. So I'll just leave that go. So I was in gymnastics at the time he locked me out of the house. I stopped doing gymnastics because I grew my height, and then I was just too tall to be in gymnastics anymore. So I started to play tennis instead. But Cantor Eicher just locked me out of a house. There's no such free lunch as that. No, I need the house empty. I need that he's not in there if I'm not in there. Yeah, I'm not a realtor. I'm none higher than he deceased. I'm not a realtor. I didn't just sell him a house because I was trying to pay off a problem I had. What was the problem I had? Was he going to say, no, not never, no, not never, no, not never? Yeah, I'm in school. Why don't you go to the school and tell everyone at this school what you're going to do to Becky? Why isn't Cantor Eicher at the school telling everyone at the school what he's going to do to Becky? They're not going to stop him? That's very interesting that they wouldn't. Neither would I. I don't pay out a house. I'm not a realtor. I was a gymnast, not a realtor. I was a student, not a realtor. I speak English. I don't speak Hebrew. The house was on Ferry Chasm. It was a few blocks down from Port Washington Road, and I'm speaking of Milwaukee County, state of Wisconsin. The ride I got there was from Donna Moser. She's my mom figure. She drove. But she didn't go in. No, oh yeah, let me say that. No, she didn't go in, but she came back and picked me up. Who was inside? Cantor Eicher was inside. Heidi Eicher was inside. And a baby in a baby carrier was inside. But I didn't have to babysit. Let me give Cantor Eicher that credit. I didn't have to babysit for the baby. No. Cantor Eicher was doing that. Is that why he's clergy? All right, I'll give him credit for that. But he could have just brought the baby to the temple. Yeah, leave it in the temple, and then none of us have to go back to the temple, right? That's not the same thing as that I don't go back to a house that I was on the inside of, and I need a house because I need a bed, because I sleep, because I need a kitchen, because I eat, and I need a kitchen table to eat at the table. Yep, I need everything about the house. I don't need the temple. Well, I don't understand the Cantor Eicher. Why isn't he friendly with me about that? Is it a big deal that you don't give me a place to live because I need food, clothing, and shelter for the rest of my life, but you want to keep everything I need for myself, but you don't need what you keep for myself? You feel me? There is a package outside right now. If it's still there, it might be there, it might not be there. I am sending out the message that there's something wrong with the stock at Trader Joe's that is on Amazon.com delivery. So, I received something called IQ Bar, and that was handed to me in a package that was covered white plastic. The package I left outside is in a brown bag. That means if somebody split the order because there were more than one order, wow, I don't know how you decide what to split, because the package had 2 items in it. The one that I opened, it had the IQ bar, and it had ramen noodles in a cup. So I don't know that part. That's angry the wrong way, because I can't afford the other ramen noodles I have. They don't have full flavor anymore. Maybe these cup noodles have more taste to them, but I don't know because I haven't made them yet. I made this soup instead, which is Knorr. And I usually like the flavor and the odor flavor of Knorr. It smells good to me. I like it. This one is tomato-based soup mix. So what I would like to say over the soup being served here by myself is, I am approximately right on the point of the anger being exactly with somebody who is not myself, because you are not myself. And that's you not having paid for that you are not myself. It can't just be excused, but I'm not yourself. You can't say that. That's how you got formed, in genitals. You have genitals on yourself so that you don't just say to me, but I'm not yourself. You have genitals and the whole world around you, for that you would say in so many ways how you are in God, while you are in genitals. I am God deceased right here. I come is not true. I did not come here. This is illegal for me to be here. And I am none higher than me, deceased right here. But it's homeless to know you. It's homeless to tell you my leverage is disclosing against you because you don't have your genitals deceased to me. They are an illegal, alive, unclean death that is due deceased to myself, because I am not the one who formed you. Jesus formed you, and he is not here speaking. That means you must not speak over your genitals, because Jesus is not speaking over his genitals. You're here for Jesus, you're not here for yourselves, and Jesus is not here for himself, and you don't understand that about yourselves is not due. Jesus is not excused from that. He's not alive here with himself. I'm alive here because I am myself deceased. Riptide by 2 pilots. I'm homeless in the threatening that is, and I don't afford it. You cannot be here on my time, having fun with my money that is due frozen in the bank, because I'm not Jesus. And Jesus is not here to speak for himself, and it's not a party in the USA because Jesus is not alive. Miley Cyrus, Jesus is not alive is not a party in the USA for you on country music television channel on Cox Cable, Las Vegas, Nevada. She may also be on YouTube somewhere. I don't actually want to tell you why I don't want to eat this soup yet, but I am done speaking.